right, so the purpose of this panel discussion is to give insight to prospective parents and students. We have our various stakeholders from Glen Oaks. I will allow everyone to introduce themselves so you can tell us your name and your role. So Adriana, we'll start with you, then your father, then Mr. Stouts, Ms. Holmes, and Mr. Signator.
My name is Adriana Williams, and I am a senior at Glen Oaks Magnet High School.
I'm Lindbergh Williams, Adriana's father, and I'm a Glen Oaks High graduate class of 2001.
Tommy Stout, the coordinator and president of the Glen Oaks High School Security Dads.
All right, my name is Danette Holmes. I am one of the medical magnet instructors here at Glen Oaks. I teach patient care technician and first responder.
I am Robert Signator. I'm the principal of Glen Oaks Magnet High School.
And I am Dr. Tompkins. I am the Magnet Site coordinator, and I will be moderating our discussion. All right, so our first question, tell us something unique about this school. So this question is posed to anyone on the panel.
Something unique about the school is the different programs that we offer and the family atmosphere. It feels like home.
Well, I can expound on that also. I feel that the school is like, it's filled with students that have aspirations to strive for excellence. We also have teachers that, like myself and Ms. Terrence included, we're medical magnet instructors. So we are registered nurses by trade and teachers as well. So we have that individuality of being able to introduce what it is that we do as nurses and have that collaborate with what we're teaching. Ms. Terrence was she taught, or she worked in the state system, and she also was a prison nurse. Myself, I've done home health. I've worked in the operating room. I've traveled, done travel nursing, that kind of stuff. So I was able to bring that to my students and talk to them with my different experiences with that.
Thank you. Good morning, Victoria. I see that you just logged on. Good morning. She's one of our student ambassadors. What is the school known for? So what's one thing that you would say that Glen Oaks is known for? And this can be for anyone on the panel.
Glen Oaks is known for its medical program and its programs.
Okay.
And I think that Glen Oaks High School has put out a number of online workers from that medical program. You see them, the technicians, the nurses and things that you see every day at the hospitals and doctor's office. So I think we have done a great job with the medical program as putting out first line personnel.
And I think it's important to add that Glen Oaks High School is the only medical magnet in the district. So that kind of sets us apart from other schools. What club extracurricular activities are available for students here at Glen Oaks?
Some clubs that are available for students at Glen Oaks is HOSA Club and Beta Club.
Okay.
We also have the band and the choir. We have sports. We have our dance and cheerleading. We have photography, which is a big part because a lot of them, you know, Ms. White brings out her photography students to different events that we have, and she allows them to get the experience to take pictures and to help to, you know, emasculate Glen Oaks High School.
Awesome. What do you like most about this school?
What I like most about the school is the atmosphere. Again, it's something different about Glen Oaks.
I agree.
I think Glen Oaks High School do have a tradition of putting out good educators. We have doctors, um, students that has gone through the medical program, students has done, we have magnet program students that has become teachers and doctors at the universities. So I think it has a good atmosphere and good tradition for educators here at Glen Oaks High School.
I agree. And just to kind of elaborate more on what Adriana is saying, the atmosphere here is quite different. I've worked at a couple other schools in the district, and it is family. You know, we love on the students, but we also make sure that we challenge them in the classroom. All right, so this next question, I'm going to ask our parent first, and then I'll let one of our students follow up, and then a teacher, and then our administrator. So describe a day in the life of a child or a student here at Glen Oaks. So what do you think the day would be for your child at Glen Oaks?
First of all, from what I've seen from attending this school for the last 4 years, with helping Adriana through her process, is as soon as you walk on campus, it's love and it's like their second home. It doesn't look like they dread to go to school. All the kids are happy to be there. They're happy with the staff and the teachers and the administrators. And the kids themselves have this camaraderie with each other that hasn't been seen in years. And the fact that they love going to their classes, that they like to hang out after school for the after school programs. You don't have to ask them to find someone, a teacher to help tutor them. They're willing to go to that teacher and let them know after class that, hey, I had problem with the lesson today. Do you mind giving me a little extra help? And the teachers don't have a problem with doing that at all. I like the fact that the school motivates the kids to want to be a part of the school, bringing back the pride of wearing the red and black, to the point to where now you see the kids, even when they're not in school, they're always having their red and black on. So a day in the life of Glen Oaks for my daughter itself, it's just like a second home. She's leaving home to go home to come back home.
All right, Adriana, would you like to follow up?
Uh, I agree to everything he says. Pretty much leaving home to go back home to come back home. It's just, I don't know.
Victoria, would you like to tell us what your typical day is like?
I agree with everything he said.
Okay. So Ms. Holmes, how would you describe a typical day for one of your students?
Well, they come in, we greet them as they're coming into their classes. We try to, like Adriana said, and Victoria, we try to maintain atmosphere of them being at home and them feeling comfortable to be able to come in and learn and to be able to talk to us. If you're able to, a lot of them, they say just want to be loved on. They have the desire to just talk to their teachers. You don't know what's going on in their world, and they are open to you, and they come and they talk to you. And when you feel and they are allowed to do that, it makes you feel like you're doing something positive and good for them. So we try to maintain that open line of communication so they can feel like they're at home.
All right, so this question is also for our parent on the panel. How has this school integrated the magnet component into virtual learning?
I think it integrated the same way it integrated everything else when it came with the learning for the kids. It was challenging for them, and y'all pushed the issue and let them know that it was going to be something different. It's something different that you did your whole school career, and it's teaching them more self motivation, because now you have to get up and log into your computer, and even though the teachers are doing the best possible way they can to teach them, there's only so much because you're not hands-on anymore with them. So now they have to go that extra step and that extra mile to continue to learn what they're attempting to learn, because you don't have that hands-on after school. I need to sit with the teacher and get another 10 minutes of learning. Now I have to push myself to do my own research and further my education. And I guess that works both ways, because even though it's great to have the teacher there, sometimes that teacher can be a crutch to lean on, to always go to look for answers from the teacher instead of going to take that extra initiative to look for the answers for yourself. So I like the way that the virtual learning is pushing the kids in the magnet program to use their own research and motivate them to find out their own answers instead of just always getting the answer from the teacher.
Good point. Ms. Holmes, would you like to kind of elaborate on how you've integrated the magnet component into virtual learning within your courses?
Well, he was correct. This has been a learning curve for all of us, for the teachers and the students as well. And it has been challenging on both ends. With the curriculum that I'm teaching with the patient care technician and first responders, I have established a virtual platform. And this allows the students to become more independent in their studies, along with being able to talk with me with collaborative discussions and different activities that I do supply for them. I have them to do so that it wouldn't be, so it can be a little bit more interesting and set up independence. We also, I have a class, both of my classes are hands-on types of classes where they have to do different types of training with CPR, assessments, that type of thing. And they have to learn hands-on activities. So what we've done is we've set up or we purchased different individual kits for them so that we can facilitate the sanitation portion of the social distancing for with the pandemic that's going on, to do the best that we can with what we're given.
Thank you. This next question is for our parent as well. Why would a parent who's on the fence select this school as their final choice?
First of all, the name Glen Oaks itself represents pride. Starts with a P, with the Panthers. That red and black means something when you put it on. It means something to the student and to the parents. Number two is the programs that the school offer, from the medical program to the mechanics to the radio broadcasting, welding, business. You have all these different avenues to where the kids can actually leave from high school, go to college, and already have a step ahead of other students that's coming in from other schools in the area. Or the kids that don't want to go to college can leave the school with a trade and go directly into the workforce and start to build their career that way. The teachers at the school are excellent. From the new teachers that's coming directly out of college to the teachers that have experience that's been doing it for years, they all come together to make their students the best students that come out. The security dads that has been there since I've been there are like father figures and uncles to us as we walk around the campus. They're making sure that the kids are getting to class. They're making sure that the gentlemen are walking around with their pants pulled up and their heads high and opening doors for the females. They're making sure that the young ladies are being young ladies. So just the whole atmosphere and Glen Oaks itself is just, it's prideful. It makes you want to wear this red and black.
All right, Victoria, why should a kid new to town come here?
I feel like a kid new to town should come here because the culture is very unique. I feel like you wouldn't get no experience in our town, in any other town, and it's a great culture. The food, dances, everything.
Okay. This next question is for Mr. Stout. Why did you decide to partner with this school?
Well, the Security Dad program has been around for nearly 27 years. And we actually started off because we needed a male present in our school and community. Like our extracurricular activity, the major ones like football, basketball, we had the male presence there. But as far as our school-sponsored activities, as far as the dance or talent show or open house, we didn't have the presence of men at all. So the idea come up and say, okay, we're gonna need to integrate men into the life of our school. And the way we do this is get the dads to come out because the kids and the parents alone will respect them. We have earned the respect of those young people and their parents. So we decided to say, okay, we started off as a pilot program back in '93. And program has changed slightly, but the concept is still there. Um, We do not do a lot of chaperoning like we used to because it's not needed. We had over 1,300 kids there in the 90s. So we don't, we by coming into the school and being on campus, I think that our kids really appreciate that. I think the concept of security dads was misconstrued, that we was there as law enforcement, but we was not. We were there as role models to our young men and a secure blanket for our young ladies. So I think that's how we actually came into the school to try to actually make a difference and make a male presence in the school system.
Thank you. Ms. Holmes, how has community engagement impacted your classroom?
Well, with that being said, we are trying to develop a partnership with Baton Rouge General Hospital. And this is going to help the students to aspire and to embark on a new horizon by improving themselves on so many levels. So partnering with Baton Rouge General Hospital allows them to do internships, job shadowing, and into different facilities. It also allows them to volunteer, that type of thing. So that being said, the community partnership, it will be helpful.
Right. Mr. Signator, how has community engagement impacted the school?
Excuse me. Community engagement is important for this school because Glen Oaks is one of the only true neighborhood schools that is left. Uh, in terms of community engagement, it's not impacted enough because we have too many of our kids that live in Glen Oaks that are attending other schools. So we're trying to raise up the awareness and raise up the anxiousness of people to want to come here. We're trying to develop programs, make the magnet program strong, and become a school to where when you hear about Glen Oaks, we're just trying to rebrand. That's why we're doing the videos, we're doing the live things, we're doing things to make people understand that Glen Oaks is not this school that you heard about, but we're a school that's on the move. So we're gonna do everything we can to bring the neighborhood kids back to the neighborhood school. So that's our mission for this year.
I have another question for you.
Okay.
What would you say to a parent of an IEP, a 504 plan child who is interested in your program?
I would tell her if she's interested, I would do whatever I can to make sure she stays interested. I would let her know that, hey, your child's going to get a quality education. We're creating this as a family atmosphere, and you will be a part of a family if you're at Glen Oaks. So when you leave, you'll be proud of where you came from. You'll be proud to come back on homecoming, proud to come back and tell people, hey, I went to Glen Oaks. Glen Oaks is special to me because it's where I first got my first job. And hopefully this will be my last one. But I really want Glen Oaks to be that neighborhood school that it was at one time. Like I heard Mr. Stout talking about the 1,300 students that were here at one time. We may not get to 1,300, but we want to be able to get more quality students from the Glen Oaks area back at the Glen Oaks school.
Thank you. And I want to elaborate on that IEP and 504 plan question. We don't want parents or students to feel intimidated about coming to a magnet program or being in magnet classes just because they get accommodations. Our faculty knows that The students will receive their accommodations, and we work with the students on all levels. All right, Ms. Holmes,
Yes, ma'am.
how have you managed to keep academics and student engagement high during the pandemic?
Well, what I have been doing, it kind of refers back to engaging them, keeping them engaged with the virtual platform, and also doing different types of activities with them, not just talking or just lecturing to them, having them do flip grids, which are videos that allow them to make videos of different things that we're talking about in class, or ed puzzles where they go in and they're watching different things and they're answering questions as they go. So it helps to improve or expound on what it is that we've been talking about. They also have modules that they work on, and during those modules, it is reinforcing the material that we are learning, and it also quizzes them. So they take different quizzes at the end of each section or lesson that we're learning, and it helps to cap or improve their knowledge base with what we're talking about.
Okay, thank you. This question is for our parent. What were you looking for in a school that you were able to find here?
First of all, I got to be biased because, like I said, I'm a Panther through and through. So of course I wanted my daughter to follow in my footsteps. But when I was leaving, that's when the magnet program first got incorporated. I think that was the pilot year of the magnet program. So with her already wanting to be in that field in some aspect, I felt that was the best fit for her. And then with all the like Victoria said, the culture of the school itself, from the security days, Mr. Stout, Coach Alger, the people that has been there for years, and what they were bringing back to the school that the school had lost after the flood. The flood made a major impact to the school. So with everybody trying to bring things back to Glen Oaks, I wanted my daughter to be at the grassroots of the new Glen Oaks. So she can say that I went to Glen Oaks when Glen Oaks was being rebranded. I was a part of helping the new Glen Oaks become the Glen Oaks that it is today. So that's one thing I want to instill in her. Sometimes it's not about popularity. It might not be the most popular school in the district right now. It might, in their words, it might not be the most happening school to be a part of. But when you graduate, you'll be able to look back and be like, I remember when this school, after the flood, only had 2 buildings, and we were all sharing 2 buildings, the whole school. Now look at this big complex that is back to the neighborhood school now that everybody wants to be part of Glen Oaks. So when that's what I was looking for, the education, the family atmosphere, the history, the rich history of Glen Oaks. I wanted her to be a part of that. So that's what it was.
Victoria, what do you like most about the magnet program?
I like that. Let me see, how can I word it? I like the fact that leaving, you're gonna leave with something like some type of certification. You know what I'm saying? And like Miss Holmes always say, it's always a safe haven. When you say something wrong, get something wrong, you don't have to feel bad about it. It feel like home, and it's a good program. You actually learning something in the program.
I just want to talk a bit about the point that you just made about the certifications that the students get. I think one of our unique aspects that we have as a school is that our students are able to get their certifications here. For example, our CNA or our patient care technician, whereas students from other schools have to leave to go to a different location. And so sometimes by having to be off your campus half of the day, you miss some of those activities and events that are housed at your home school. So I think by our students being able to attend all of their classes here, they still get that full high school experience. Adriana, so you're a part of the medical program, but you've also had the opportunity to take our radio broadcasting course. And I know you're the school's DJ. So what do you like most about the program?
What I like most about the program is the hands-on aspect of it. I know we're virtual right now, so we can't really do much, but when we were at school, the hands-on, I learned more about DJing. With the medical program itself, I learned more about what I wanted to do in life and how that will help me. And I've also got a chance to look at different options towards the radio broadcasting class. If the medical aspect of it doesn't work out, I have something to always fall back
on. Mr. Signator, why would a parent who's on the fence select this school as their final choice? Mr. Signator?
I'm sorry, I'm multitasking. Can you ask that question for me again?
Yes, sir. Why would a parent who's on the fence select this school as their final choice?
Well, if there's a parent on the fence and they live in Glen Oaks, they should choose Glen Oaks for that reason. But we have to be able to give them something in order to make them feel like they're comfortable and come to Glen Oaks. But if a parent's on the fence, I would say, well, hey, ma'am, what there is about Glen Oaks that make you undecided, and see what they say. Okay, and if it's something that we can help or we can change, we can say, well, hey, we've made that change or we're making that change if it's something systematic in terms of education for us. But my strongest thing would be it's closer to your home. It's in your neighborhood. It's your neighborhood school. So why not you want to go there? Because we're gonna provide all those things that you're gonna get somewhere else, but we're gonna be closer. So you don't have to drive 25, 30 minutes to see what's going on. You know, we want to make your community strong to where you walk out your door and you can feel the goodness of Glen Oaks High School, you know, in your neighborhood. It's a new school. It's going to be a nice looking place, going to have great facilities. And I just think you need to have your kids to come here. And the only way we're going to make kids Glen Oaks better is by the students coming here. If we get better students, we're going to have better results.
Well, I want to thank all of you guys for participating today. Mr. Signator, before you leave, I wanted to see if you wanted to take us out with our GO, you know?
Yes. We're gonna get it. My ladies ought to know. So GO.
You know.
GO.
You know.
GO.
You know.
And if you don't know,
Now
you know.
Thank you all.
All right.
Thank you.
Y'all be good.
Thank you.